Imagine being slapped with a $400 million lawsuit. Well, that's exactly what's unfolding for Ryan Reynolds. Allegations of smear campaigns, Deadpool parodies, and even Blake Lively's involvement have turned this into one of Hollywood's wildest legal battles. But here's the kicker. Does this lawsuit even stand a chance against Marvel's powerhouse? Stay tuned, because as we dig deeper, the details only get stranger. Ryan Reynolds is grabbing headlines once again, but this time it's not because of Deadpool 4, Thor's latest heartbreak, or even Deadpool and Wolverine's epic team-up in Avengers 5. No, this time it's something you wouldn't expect. A $400 million lawsuit against him. And what's the reason? A few offhand jokes in Deadpool and Wolverine scenes. Yes, you read that correctly. It seems someone has taken issue with Reynolds' trademark humor, claiming his jokes were so offensive that they warrant a multi-million-dollar legal battle. If this sounds absurd to you, for Reynolds, this bizarre situation might even feel like a badge of honor. After all, how many people can say they've been sued for being too entertaining? Of course, as outrageous as this story sounds, there's more to unpack. So let's break it down step by step. At the center of this controversy is Justin Baldoni, who is suing Ryan Reynolds and his wife Blake Lively. His accusation? Baldoni claims the couple orchestrated a smear campaign against him using references from Deadpool and Wolverine, which escalated into this jaw-dropping $400 million lawsuit. But how does a dispute like this snowball into such a colossal lawsuit? Hollywood has its fair share of outlandish legal battles, and this one seems to fit right in. If you've been following entertainment news, outlets like The Hollywood Reporter, Variety, and Deadline have been covering the story extensively. To give you some background, this all connects to a movie Blake Lively made with Justin Baldoni titled This Ends With Us. Somewhere along the way, tensions rose, leading to allegations and this explosive lawsuit. While the exact details are still emerging, what's clear is that this case has dragged Reynolds, his Marvel projects, and even Deadpool into its orbit. So what's next for Ryan Reynolds in this lawsuit? Well, we can't predict the precise legal outcome. One thing is certain. This story is only getting started. The drama doesn't stop there. While many fans were eagerly anticipating the release of Deadpool in Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds was also trying to help his wife, Blake Lively, promote her own movie, This Ends With Us. Using Deadpool's humor and promos, Reynolds subtly hyped her film, encouraging fans to support it at the box office. He even tied Blake's character, Lady Deadpool, into the marketing. While Blake Lively wasn't physically on set for Deadpool in Wolverine, she provided the voice for Lady Deadpool, a character modeled after her. Interestingly, Lady Deadpool's roots can be traced back to Gossip Girl. Long before Ryan Reynolds became Deadpool, the character's co-creator Rob Liefeld envisioned Blake Lively in the role of Lady Deadpool. This vision came to life in the early 2000s when Liefeld, an avid Gossip Girl fan, was inspired by Blake's character on the show. Drawing from that, he developed Lady Deadpool as a key member of the Deadpool core. Years later, Reynolds starred as Deadpool in Wolverine Origins, met Blake during Green Lantern, and the two eventually married. Fast forward to the present, and Blake fulfilled Liefeld's vision by voicing Lady Deadpool in Wolverine. This backstory even explains, however, while Reynolds and Hugh Jackman were making Deadpool and Wolverine, Blake was busy working on her movie with Justin Baldoni. Behind the scenes, tensions reportedly escalated between Blake and Baldoni. Allegedly, Baldoni's behavior on set led to significant friction. According to reports, their professional conflict spiraled out of control after production wrapped, with Baldoni hiring a PR firm to launch a smear campaign against Blake Lively. This series of events allegedly culminated in the $400 million lawsuit, making it one of the most shocking Hollywood disputes in recent memory. The legal dispute only intensified after Blake Lively threatened to sue Justin Baldoni for his alleged smear campaign. In response, Baldoni filed a countersuit which dragged Ryan Reynolds and Marvel into the mix. Baldoni now claims that Reynolds and Blake orchestrated a smear campaign against him, leveraging jokes from Deadpool in Wolverine to target him directly. His argument centers on the character Nice Pool, which he alleges was created as a deliberate parody of himself. According to Baldoni, because Deadpool and Wolverine achieved massive global success, these supposed references to him have caused substantial damage to his reputation, forming the crux of his $400 million lawsuit. The controversy over the Nice Pool character has sparked heated debates. On its surface, the character seemed to many, including fans and critics, to be a continuation of Ryan Reynolds' well-known self-deprecating humor. For instance, Reynolds has long joked about himself in the Deadpool franchise with lines like "God's perfect idiot," poking fun at his own persona. Many viewers assume Deadpool was another layer of this self-parody, designed to satirize Reynolds' own Hollywood image, while also ribbing Hugh Jackman, Marvel, and even Fox Studios. Interestingly, no one involved in Deadpool in Wolverine, not Reynolds, Jackman, the supporting cast, or the production team, has ever mentioned Baldoni by name or referenced Blake Lively's movie. At the time of the film's release, most assumed the jokes were broad and playful digs, staying true to Deadpool's irreverent tone rather than being targeted at any specific person. However, this narrative took an unexpected turn when a random Twitter user, seemingly a staunch supporter of Baldoni and a vocal critic of both Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, posted a viral thread last week. The user argued that the nice pool jokes in the movie were thinly veiled attacks on Baldoni. Among the claims was the idea that the character's man bun hairstyle was a direct parody of Baldoni's real-life look. These allegations have divided fans, with some brushing them off as overreach while others are questioning the deeper intentions behind the Deadpool and Wolverine jokes. Whether or not these claims hold any weight remains to be seen, but they've certainly added another layer of absurdity to an already over-the-top legal battle. Another layer to the controversy centers around several specific jokes in Deadpool and Wolverine that Justin Baldoni claims were direct references to his alleged behavior toward Blake Lively on the Signal Healing. The climax of these claims revolves around the character arc of Nicepool, whose takedown in the movie's final act is seen as symbolic. The character's death, executed by Lady Deadpool, voiced by Blake Lively, is argued to represent a metaphorical victory for Lively over Baldoni. Adding to the intrigue, the movie credits list Gordon Reynolds, an in-universe parody of Ryan Reynolds' own twin, as the actor playing Nicepool. Fans of the franchise will recognize Gordon Reynolds as a recurring comedic device in Reynolds' previous projects, blurring the line between fiction and reality. However, in a curious twist, Gordon Reynolds is also credited in Baldoni and Lively's movie, allegedly a playful nod from Ryan Reynolds, who reportedly contributed to the script. The narrative took another bizarre turn when a Twitter user, seemingly sympathetic to Baldoni's side, connected these dots in a viral thread, claiming these jokes and scenes were part of a larger conspiracy to smear Baldoni. The thread delved into the supposed connections between Nicepool's character and Baldoni's public persona, citing his podcast, interviews, and even the framing of his professional values. Critics of this theory, however, argue that the threat feels suspiciously strategic, raising questions about whether Baldoni, his legal team, or someone in his camp might have orchestrated it to strengthen their case. As the lawsuit grows more convoluted, the question remains whether these alleged parallels were intentional or merely coincidental humor typical of Deadpool's meta style. For fans and observers, it's a mix of absurdity and intrigue as this Hollywood drama continues to unfold. Now, Justin Baldoni's legal team has reportedly ordered Marvel to hand over all materials related to the development of Deadpool and Wolverine in a bid to strengthen their case. Whether or not you believe the claims, it's hard to ignore how absurd this situation sounds. Let's be honest. This isn't going to end well for Baldoni. Unlike high-profile cases such as Johnny Depp's defamation trial or the ongoing saga with Jonathan Majors, this case doesn't carry nearly the same weight or credibility. What's the most likely outcome? A quiet settlement before the case even sees the inside of a courtroom. That's the typical move for Hollywood lawsuits like this. Ryan Reynolds, Marvel, and everyone involved will probably settle behind closed doors, move on, and never publicly acknowledge it again. For fans wondering if Ryan Reynolds or Marvel are genuinely concerned about this lawsuit, the truth is, probably not. They've dealt with much worse in the past and will likely weather this storm with ease. The Deadpool franchise, after all, has a massive fan base that's incredibly loyal and supportive of Reynolds. So, in the end, while this story may sound outrageous, it's not likely to derail the success of Deadpool 4 or any of Marvel's plans. In fact, it might just add a new chapter of wild Hollywood drama to Reynolds' already fascinating career.